You are watching America Trends. I'm Mary Burt-Godwin, and it is time for some sports talk with our buddy Mike Costa. Oh, wait, he's not here. Where is that guy? Mike Costa is zooming in from home. There he is. He ditched us. What's going on, Mike Costa?
Oh, just some house stuff that I had to take care of. So I apologize for not being there in person.
That's okay. We miss you. You're a little bit frozen there, though, buddy.
Oh.
You gotta pay for the extra high-speed Wi-Fi to get you. Not the dial-up. Okay, so we got a lot going on in the sports world. First, I need an update on your Twitter handle. What's happening there?
Oh. I am back on Twitter, and I am now at the Louis, Louis Costa, because Louis is my legal name. So that's where I am right now on Twitter. Everybody follow me.
Okay, we need to get the people out there to follow you, just so you can get banned again. Let's take a poll as to how soon this one gets shut down. Are you behaving?
Yeah, let me have a couple of weeks of fun, and then I'll probably get banned again, but we'll see.
Okay, well, I'd like to hear first and foremost what you were tweeting about this human, Padre Fernando Tatis Jr., who let us all down. What's up with this guy?
I think I know that I answered one question somebody asked, what do you want to hear from him in his apology? And I wanted to hear that. I really enjoyed my time with the San Diego Padres, and I'm looking forward to my new team, the Angels, because I wanted the Padres to trade him to the Angels for cash and Shohei Ohtani. I mean, when is enough? Yeah, when is enough with this guy? But everyone's saying that he was contrite in his apology, and they think it was real. But Mary, the proof is going to be in the pudding. He's going to have a long time off, and we'll see if he comes back a new man next season.
So let me ask you this: when these guys are suspended, are they required to or asked to come sit in the dugout and practice and play, or are they out and have to train on their own? How does that work?
They're basically told, get lost until your suspension is up. And I think that the Padres basically told him, enough is enough with the motorcycle accident and the injuries and things like that. And they said, just kind of go away, get your head on straight, and we'll see you, 30-something games into next season. But you don't want him to be around. You don't want him to be a distraction.
Right.
And it's not just the Padres. A lot of clubs do that when guys get lengthy suspensions.
And how old is this guy? Early 20s?
23.
God, I kind of think, yes, he is 100% responsible for what he ingests and what goes in his body and for knowing whether it's illegal or banned or whatever. But also, who are the people that are around him that are closest to him? The older people that should be advising him, his coach, his trainer, his medical doctor. Someone's got to know that he wasn't taking something that was right, and they should also be held accountable. Don't you think?
Well, Mary, his dad's a former big league player, and there's also a Bible of substances that the team knows, handed down from Major League Baseball, and it's updated sometimes weekly of what you can and what you cannot take if you've got a pain, if you're looking to take an extra vitamin or anything like that. So there is absolutely zero excuse to not know what you're putting into your body, and we can hold maybe his father culpable or his entourage, I don't know, but there just is zero excuse to find something. He said he had ringworm, and to take something over the counter and use it without checking with the team first.
Right.
There's no excuses.
Right, 100%. I agree. And how did it get caught? Because how did he get caught? Are they drug tested regularly, or was there something amiss and so they tested him, or how does that happen?
No, I'm going out. I'm basing this on just what limited knowledge I
Are you going
have
to make
of
it up? Are you going to make up this answer?
No, no, no. I'm assuming it was. I'm assuming it was a urine test because that's how most people are drug tested in professional and collegiate sports, and it does happen quite often. And I think that that's probably where the substance turned up.
Like a pop quiz, though? Just, one day they just show up and say, hey, pee in the cup. We got to test everybody.
I think teams have an idea when it's going to happen, but there's also guys who have have failed drug tests before for PEDs and other things. And now Fernando Tatis Jr. finds himself in this category where, you're walking down the hallway and some guy just comes out of a doorway and says, oh, guess what? You're getting drug tested. And that's how you keep them honest.
Yeah. Well, sayonara. Padres are still kind of in it, and we're ahead of the Giants. I just talked to my best friend from college on the way here because she's a huge Giants fan, and we had to niggle each other a little bit, and we're ahead of them right now. We have a chance.
We are, but once again, the Padres find themselves in that very, very familiar position of having wasted a lot of games up to this point, and now as we head into September, they really cannot afford any sort of slip up. I still believe they're a game ahead of Milwaukee for that third and final wild card spot. They will not catch the Dodgers. The Dodgers will win the division yet again, but the Padres they have their fate in their own hands. If they want to go to the playoffs, it's very simple. They have to win, and they can't screw up.
And who else are we looking at, you think, for the World Series? Are the big dogs, Yankees and Red Sox, in it again?
Yankees, the Cleveland Guardians,
they beat
and
Padres
also the
last week.
Astros.
Yeah.
And as far as the NL is concerned, it's the Braves, the Cardinals, and the Dodgers at the tops of their respective divisions. So it's still the names we're all used to when it rolls around to postseason.
All right, so I'm going to switch gears here to something I talked about at the beginning of the show, but you weren't here for, and I texted you about this. This is the Untold docuseries on Netflix, which I've raved about on the show. They did the story about the Malice in the Palace. And did you watch the current one, the girlfriend that didn't exist, about Manti Te'o? Did you watch this?
I didn't have to watch it because I lived it. I was doing sports talk radio at the time here in San Diego, and we were the flagship of the Chargers.
Right.
And so, when this story first broke from Notre Dame, it was great fodder for sports talk shows. And, we had contests, who can be a girl on the air and write the greatest love letter to Manti Te'o. Well, lo and behold, the Chargers draft the guy.
Yeah.
So my partner and I then, it's our first week out at training camp where we do shows live from, and we get to interview Manti Te'o, and both of us pulled him aside and said, listen, this is what we did on the air. It was not malicious. Some people thought it was funny. Other people didn't. But we want to formally apologize to you if it's something that you would take exception, knowing that you're talking to two guys who, joked and had fun at your expense on the air. And he was so cool about it. He goes, no, man. He goes, the whole world had something to say about this. And he goes, I'm just glad I got drafted, and I'm glad people are, supporting me and stuff like that. And it was over between us two and Manti. He was always great when he was a Charger. But, as that story is unfolding, we're literally less than a mile away from where it was, what was going down. I'll say this. There's a lot of people that would have crumbled under the weight of what that story was, getting catfished and things like that. And Manti Te'o's got quite a spine.
Well, I will tell you, I do recommend you watching it, actually, because the retrospect and the kindness that he has and the grace and he's a beautiful soul. I can just say that from watching that film, and you experienced it when you talked to him. But his career did kind of tank. He did not perform with the Chargers, or I think he went. Where did he go? The Saints?
He went from the Chargers to the Saints, and he may have gone somewhere after the Saints. But he coming out, there was a lot of people that were like, he just doesn't have the speed and things like that. He obviously had the heart, he had the smarts, but just not all the tools. And a couple decent years for the Chargers, but he got injured, and then he went to the Saints, and then he just kind of faded, unfortunately, as far as the pro football career is
I
concerned.
love that you apologized to him. That took a lot. That's why we love you around here, Mike Costa. You got a big heart.
It was the right thing to do, because if we would have had him on the air, and we would have looked so disingenuous.
Right.
Oh, you're the greatest, man. We love having you here and stuff. And so to pull him aside beforehand and say, listen, this is what we did. And if you don't want to come on the air with us, we're not going to say that you stiffed us, you don't like us. We're going to say, you know what, we have that coming, if he doesn't want to talk to us.
Okay,
but it was never the case.
We love you, and we have another segment to do with you, because I've got lots more sports to talk about. So you stick around for this commercial break. Okay, don't go anywhere. And you are watching America Trends. We'll be right back with more Mike Costa right after this break.
Mike.